Hello and welcome to the second or first, we don't really know, episode of Moviecast, a show where we talk about our love for movies, TV shows, and, well, whatever the hell we want. Because we're now free, isn't that right, Owen?
Yes,
Don't
we
have
have been let out of the dungeon
to...
and we are now free to talk about whatever we want.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we will still focus on, movies and all that, but
We
we
won't be
don't,
discussing the lyrics in any
yeah,
way.
but we don't need to treat it as coursework anymore, because it's not. We've just decided to continue to do it on our own, which is something that we're both very happy to be doing.
I would like, first of all, before we get started, to say a massive thank you to everyone who has been coming up to me, mostly my friends, and being like, Owen, when's there going to be a second episode? Here's the second episode, okay? You can stop bugging me.
Yeah, I've gotten that too, mostly in my media class. But the channel is actually doing fairly well. I mean,
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
as well as it can do for, a one video channel. We've got 9
yeah,
subscribers, which obviously, it can be better. But
yeah.
we've got 107 views, which I'm very proud of.
100%.
107, and
Oh,
yeah, 12 likes and 23 comments. Obviously, that does include us replying to comments. 'Cause,
yeah, yeah.
we care about our fan base.
Yeah. I also want to say before we get started, I have a bit of a cold, so if I start coughing, it's not because I'm turning into Walter White.
Not yet, anyway. You never know.
Couple years,
Coffee. That's slightly
then I'll
worrying.
become the danger.
Well, we have that on record now, so if there is like a drug dealer in our area, they'll know
A
where to find
giant
you.
meth empire in the place that we live. It's me. I
Yeah,
will hold my hand up. I will confess that.
I nearly just said where we live. Like I said, oh, there's a giant meth empire in. Oh God.
Yeah,
But
we don't want
obviously,
people coming in tracking us down.
yeah. Uh, so what are we talking about today, Owen?
Well, we're going on about movies, but not just about
Really?
movies in general. Yeah, I know, shocker. We're talking about what makes a good film. So,
And there's a lot that goes into that.
yeah. It's not just, oh, I walked out the cinema there, that was enjoyable. And by the way, if you're one of the people that walk out the cinema and discuss spoilers in front of those staff,
I mean, most of the
shaking.
time the staff do get to watch the movie, like
Yeah,
beforehand.
I know. But I believe in discussing it when you're away from people that haven't seen it.
Yeah, I feel like the best place to record, or not record, talk about, the movie is the only time, or obviously outside the cinema, or if you're at the last showing of the time, or of the day, sorry. That's what I normally do, personally, because then you
Fair,
just talk
fair.
about it, because as we mentioned well, we have a friend, as we mentioned in the last episode, James Dine. He had
Yeah.
the death of Tony Stark spoiled for him because
Did it?
yeah, basically, he was waiting in the cinema, like, to go and see. And then after the end credit, or lack of end credits, basically people were coming out, and he heard someone say, "Oh, I can't believe Tony Stark died."
Oh,
And he said, I think he said his dad didn't hear it. I could be wrong on that. He'll probably comment.
oh,
But I remember he didn't say anything to his dad, 'cause he did, like, in case he didn't hear or whatever.
oh, that's
But
sorry, son.
yeah, that,
A poor man.
yeah, it is a shame, but it's what happens. You can't avoid
Okay,
spoilers. Or you can, but
so
with great difficulty.
yeah, let's get started.
Yeah,
What makes a good film, Adam?
I mean, there are countless, like, core elements. Like, obviously, they vary from film to film, but I say the
Yeah,
main elements that make a good film, for me anyway, you got the actors, because obviously that's who you see, that,
yeah.
it.
If I don't connect with, let's put a name
Sorry.
out of a hat here, Benedict Cumberbatch, as he's, I don't know, what film am I going to pick up here? The Imitation Game. If I don't connect with him playing that bloke, then I'm not going to find that film interesting.
Yeah, you have to be able to believe it,
Yeah,
because
you have to be
if,
like, oh, he's gay, but he
yeah,
can't be gay because of the time. So you're sad for him.
yeah, I feel like a character or an actor who cares about their character is an
Mm,
actor, even if they're not the best actor, if they truly care about the character and they put work in, you can always tell that.
yeah, a a character needs to be looked after, much like a garden. If you don't look after it, it becomes sloppy.
Of course. And he's a brilliant actor, but the one person
Hmm.
that comes to mind when I think of not caring about a role is Harrison Ford. And I know
Oh,
that's a very controversial thing,
oh, we're
but
talking about his love for Star Wars here.
yeah, okay, I'd
Yeah.
argue that there are two things that made his career, Indiana Jones and Star Wars.
Oh, 100%. Lucasfilm made that guy.
Exactly. Now, fair play to him. He's done very well for himself, and there are plenty of things where, you know, separate to them that he's done very well in. Not well
Yeah.
enough that I can name it off the top of my head, but,
he
you know, he's done a good job.
was in a um
I
he was
will
in a
say
film.
The Lighthouse. Is that one? Didn't he have like a dog or
I don't know.
something?
I'm getting his IMDb up now.
Alright. Well, while you do that,
It
well,
was in a
oh,
film called The Fugitive.
yeah.
Blade
Well,
Runner. We can't forget about Blade
oh yeah,
Runner.
Blade Runner. Oh, James will hate us for forgetting that. I remember,
Uh,
like, he was messaging about him recently. But, okay, but when you look at him in interviews, it's like, there's that infamous clip where it's like, someone asked him, I think it's during an interview for A New Hope, no, not A New Hope, Force
Minute.
Awakens. Someone asked him, who shot first? He said, I just don't care. It's
Hmm.
like, a franchise that was a massive part in making you the actor you are
As
today.
rich as you are.
Yeah, how can you be so careless when it comes to it? Okay, it's
Yeah.
one thing if you don't like it, but to outwardly say, "Oh, I just don't care about the fan," or he probably does, but you know, I don't like the show, or like, well, not show. Fucking hell, what's wrong with me? I don't like the movies. I don't care about the franchise.
Yeah.
That's just like a whole. I don't know. It's just wrong. People look up to him.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah,
Like, I know it broke my heart when I found out he didn't like Han Solo.
exactly. Like,
And I mean, in my age and my maturity, I've made my peace with it.
yeah,
But I know that if I was still that kid that just randomly just found out that day, oh yeah, Harrison Ford doesn't like Han Solo, he does it for the money, I'd be like,
yeah. But when you say, "Oh, I lost my train of thought," no. Oh yeah, but it's not like his hate is recent. It wasn't like he was unhappy with how the sequel trilogy turned out, and he just decided, no, I don't like Star
he
Wars
wanted
anymore.
to die in Empire Strikes Back.
Exactly. That he only signed a two-movie deal, and then it's like, oh, we brought back in the end. But
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just if he hates it, why do you come back? Money.
money.
That is the answer, and that is a shame because he doesn't care about Marvel. I don't think that's been confirmed, but I think it's safe to say.
Oh,
And
I think it has been confirmed that he's playing Thunderbolt Ross.
yeah, it's been confirmed he's playing Thunderbolt Ross, but I don't think he cares about Marvel. I don't know
No,
whether that's been confirmed,
why
but
is he going to want to join such a large franchise?
yeah,
And the only reason that he cares about Indiana Jones is not because it's a franchise, but just because it's a series of films.
yeah, where feel like it's more his style. It's a lot more not oh, yeah, it's serious, but it's more his
It's
tone.
grounded, it's
Yeah, grounded.
reality. And
Yeah,
even the moments that aren't real, according to like scientists, are still
fair.
reality. They still
Yeah,
seem like they could
they're a
be
lot
real.
more
Just if they're
realistic
wrong,
than Star
yeah,
Wars and Marvel.
yeah. More realistic than angry gamma monsters or lightsabers.
Yeah, which is upsetting to think about because he's a childhood hero for many generations.
Yeah. That has held a lightsaber while we were stuffing Luke in a tauntaun and will become a gamma rage monster in 2024.
Yeah, but it is what it is, and unfortunately, we can't do anything to change that.
No. But
So
there is another end of the spectrum. There is actors who like to feed their characters, who like to nurture them and like to see character growth. An actor that comes to mind when I say this is Tom Ellis.
oh yeah,
Now,
definitely.
for those of you who don't know who Tom Ellis is, I'll just give you a quick rundown. He's a Welsh actor who played Lucifer on the hit Netflix show Lucifer. Now, I love that show,
Yeah,
man. I can go on.
I haven't finished yet. I'm on season 5, episode
Yeah,
12, I believe, and it's already up there as one of my favorite shows.
yeah. And throughout the show, Lucifer changes from a drug-consuming, alcohol-drinking,
Just
like
like,
adult angel devil that is adolescent as hell
yeah,
in the behavior to someone that grows up and someone that not only now looks like an adult because well they've been alive since the beginning of time, but
they
now
humanize him.
yeah, someone that acts like an adult, someone that is responsible.
Exactly, which is like when you look at it, it's like seeing his progression over time. Like I've
Yeah,
noticed it. Like in
it's a
season 1, he was just a bit of a man whore, but now he's
yeah,
like completely different. And I'm only in
yeah.
season 5. Still got a whole nother season.
The ending of season 6, man, I cried. I'll
Oh,
hold my hands up, I cried.
there's nothing wrong with crying.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we've been stuck on like actors for a while.
yeah. So
But
what else makes a good film, Adam?
I mean, of course, the directors. I'll sort of list the core elements. So obviously, actors, directors, cinematography, and that's not just like how it's filmed. I mean like anything, basically whatever you see on screen. I know that's a very
Yeah,
vague term, but yeah, if you see it on screen, it's cinematography. I know you got more specific shit like visual effects, CGI, blah blah blah. But I mean, if it's just world building really, if that does make sense.
yeah,
But then you've also got the likes of, um, I say the score because that again that immerses you in the atmosphere of the film.
yeah. Definitely, like John Williams.
Yeah, like if granted there are some scenes that work perfectly without a score that they just silent, but the silence speaks louder
Yeah,
than the music
but
in that scenario.
I'm sorry. If you say a score of a film to me, I'm going to imagine Luke looking at the suns as they set.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hell, I every time I look at a sunset, I feel inside the same way that I felt when I was a little boy watching that.
I get
Every
exactly what you
time.
mean. Like down to the T. Like it's like
Yeah.
if you look at a
It,
sunset, you gotta think of binary sunset, like the theme.
yeah,
And it's like, I don't know, the score is a very powerful thing.
yeah. Which is why it needs to be just right. Whether it's a cool song during the post-credit scenes of Black Panther that
Yeah,
gets played at parties, or it's a instrumental.
yeah. Like say, binary sunset, Jewel of the Fates. A lot of Star Wars
Yeah.
is just
A lot of
beautiful.
songs. John Williams never misses, man.
Oh yeah, definitely not. But I don't know. I personally, those four will make or break a film for me. I mean, obviously the director, that goes without saying. Like, look
Hey,
at Sam
uh,
Raimi.
yeah, Sam Raimi is see, I am going to bring up a director, Adam, and I'm
Yeah,
sorry, mate. I'm going to bring this up because
don't
it's a
say
good
him.
point,
No, don't.
not because you dislike him. I'm
Don't,
sorry, mate. I'm going to do it.
don't do it,
M. Night Shyamalan.
dickhead.
Now, you see, I'm going to explain why Adam doesn't like this guy.
No, let me explain.
Adam,
No,
go
I
on, and then
love,
I'll interject
okay,
afterwards.
I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. That is no secret about me, right? I watched, I watched it like on and off as a child, not enough to remember the story. But when it came on Netflix over lockdown in the UK, I was like, ah, I remember that. Might as well give it a watch. And I watched it, and it's rated perfect on Rotten Tomatoes for a reason. It's got 100%. It's hands down one of, if not the best animated show I've ever watched. And then M Night Shyamalan came along, that little dickhead. Sure, he's made good things like The Sixth Sense,
Unbreakable,
Unbreakable,
Glass,
yeah,
Split.
but he cannot, he cannot direct when it comes to Avatar, or as he called it, The Last Airbender, to avoid copyright with James Cameron's Avatar, which, by the way, came out after Avatar: Last Airbender. So we got it first. But anyway, um, the reason he made the show was because he used to watch it with his daughter when she was growing up, and he was like really immersed in it himself as an adult. He found the story really gripping, like he found the characters and their arcs like amazing, and he loved how diverse the cast was. Because you had the Japanese-based Fire Nation, the Chinese Earth Nation, Tibetan air nomads, and the water tribes were Inuit, right? And technically, it's not an anime. It's anime inspired, but it's not because it's an American show. However, he sees it as an anime, and then he said in an interview, I'm paraphrasing here. In anime, you cannot tell the race of a person as it is ambiguous. So what did he decide to do? He made the Japanese Fire Nation all Indian, and everyone else white. And obviously there was just a load of other just shit. Like it took 12 earthbenders or I think it was like 12, to bend a small rock. The firebending was terrible because the whole point of firebending is comes from within, whether it's your anger or your passion. And no, he ruined it, and I'll never forgive him. Ugh.
Now, you see, I bring him up because I know Adam will eternally dislike him for it, and I use his name sometimes just to shut him up in an argument because it works.
Yeah, can I just leave the group chat?
Yeah, but I like him because I like the Unbreakable films. I like that trilogy of films. I think it's a good trilogy with a good cohesive story that ends really well. Oh, that ended really well.
Unlike The Last Airbender. Shitty.
Yeah, whatever. But this difference of opinion. But there are directors that people agree are eternally good, like James Cameron, like Quentin Tarantino,
like Sam Raimi,
like Christopher Nolan.
Yeah. Sorry, I just felt I had to force Sam Raimi into that list, otherwise James would flame us. But it's true. He made the Spider-Man trilogy, like the original, Evil Dead trilogy. And two of those trilogies are some of my favourites of all time. Like Army of Darkness, I love that. I know the second one is more iconic, but Army of Darkness always had a special place in my heart, and I love it.
Yeah. A lot of people love those films. Yeah. So much so that when the Evil Dead film got banned because of how messed up it is, people still quickly grab the CDs, grab the DVDs, and keep them and watch them.
Exactly. One thing I also love is when you can tell the directors and actors get on. Because it just makes their performance better because they like how they're being directed, so they'll typically perform better. And in the case of Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell, I'm pretty sure, now correct me if I'm wrong, but every movie Sam Raimi has directed, Bruce Campbell has either been in it or cameoed.
I think that is correct. Yeah, I think so.
Even shit like Oz the Great and Powerful, like the prequel to Wizard of Oz that Sam Raimi directed, Bruce Campbell was a gatekeeper. So it's even just a small throwaway role, he's there. Or the Pink Popper guy in Multiverse of Madness.
Or when he was supposed to be Mysterio, but Spider-Man 4 was cancelled.
Yeah, that's a shame. Especially to dear James Dine.
That is an L, to be fair.
No, the boys will always remember that. And maybe some universe, they got it, but not our one, I'm afraid.
I want to watch that film in that universe. I don't care if it's bad or not. I just want to sit down and watch it. Not that I think it will be bad, James.
I mean, if we're talking enjoyable, it wouldn't be bad. But if we look at how it went good.
If we look at how it hits,
amazing number 2, and then a bit so-so with number 3.
Yeah.
So it's a bit hit or miss whether the fourth would have been good. I like think it would have been very good, just like the second Spider-Man. But you
Yeah.
never know. But
So
that brings us on to an interesting point. Enjoying a movie versus it being good. So the whole like fact versus opinion.
yeah,
But I'm now realising we haven't. I've just skipped over a bit because like we've
do
kind of planned out what we want to talk about.
you
What is
want
the?
to talk about this first, then go back?
I mean, we can. It's just like how it flows. But it doesn't matter. So fact versus opinion. We'll come back to the part I skipped. My bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Fact versus opinion. Owen. What's your
Okay.
take? What's your take on it?
Well, you see, this is the eternal question, especially in today's society. Is your opinion a fact?
No.
Well, let me pull a film that isn't greatly rated that I like, if I can think of one. Mm. I swear, I've told you one that I enjoy. I'm checking my Netflix, man. I'm checking my
Yeah.
Netflix.
I
Give me a
mean,
second.
for me, the ones that come to mind are the Amazing Spider-Man duology. Admittedly, they're not critically good films, which is the
They're,
fact. A critical point of view is the fact, and the viewer's point of view is opinion. Because, like, if we look at it critically, I don't mean just a movie critic. I mean breaking it down to the core elements and then looking at it, not just a critic's review. Whereas your opinion is simply that, your opinion, your personal experience with the movie. Now, personally, I'm like man enough to admit that the Amazing Spider-Man duology are not amazing movies, as their title would suggest, but I enjoy them, and it it has. Oh, Owen has COVID. Oh no. Uh,
it's not really
yeah.
relaxed.
Tell that to the NHS. But
Oh,
but that duology brought one of my favourite things from a Spider-Man movie being the relationship between Gwen and Peter because I'll fight anyone like who says otherwise. Gwen and Peter had the best on-screen romance of any Spider-Man film
I agree with that.
because obviously the actors themselves were dating.
So were Kirsten Dunst
Oh,
and
all of them.
Toby. Yeah, they all
Yeah,
ended up falling in love, didn't they?
yeah, but the one that actually worked was, you know, Andrew and Emma.
Yeah,
Why? I feel like their chemistry just works naturally, but I don't know. It's just something about it. It just worked very well because they felt real. Like it's almost as if they weren't playing just the character; they were playing themselves and the character at the same time.
and their romance as well, to speak to the writing a little, it had layers.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's like something very essential for good writing, and uh, as I'm saying, critically, it's not a good movie because the writing is a bit iffy. But
Hmm.
despite that, we have with terrible writing, not terrible, mediocre writing, we still got the
Yeah.
best relationship of Spider-Man.
Now you
Oh,
see, in between my coughing, I have uh, done some googling because, well, I still can't think of one,
yeah,
and I'm going to use this opinion with a 50% difference. I don't know what the source is for these percentages for this particular um,
probably Rotten
website.
Tomatoes, maybe.
Yeah.
If
With
it's
a
that percent.
50% difference, with the critics rating it at 30%, but the audience rating it at 80%, Venom.
Yeah, I like Venom, hands down.
I I enjoy Venom. I
Both
think
of the
it
movies I like.
it I think it's funny. I think again it's got layers to it,
Yeah,
but just because I enjoy it, does that make it a good film?
no.
And what are some good films? Go on, Adam, list off some good films for me.
The Phantom Menace.
Right. He doesn't know what he's
I
talking
no,
about on account.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Empire Strikes Back, hands
Mm,
down, amazing movie.
the Batman.
Yeah. Uh, Dark Knight, because obviously Batman. You got
Yeah,
I'd say all three of the Dark Knight movies are brilliant.
it's definitely it's a strong trilogy because it had a strong
Very strong.
director.
Yeah, and obviously a strong actor or lead actor. Obviously there are
Yeah,
multiple.
and Christopher Nolan. Not Christopher Nolan.
Yeah,
He's the director.
yeah.
Christian Bale.
And
Christian Bale.
and speaking of Christian Bale, American Psycho, brilliant movie.
Oh, cracking film, man.
I've watched like quite a few films recently in preparation for this. Whiplash. That's something
Which
that
one?
I can't believe it took me this long to watch it, but it's one of
Yeah,
the
man.
best films
You
I've
were
ever
laughing
watched.
there.
Like hands down. You got J.K. Simmons, who is just built for the role, because all he seems to do is bully teenagers, whether it's as a music teacher, a editor of a newspaper, or
A super powered father.
superpower father, or a master airbender. He's just good at bullying teenagers.
Um, can you
and
believe?
and obviously Miles Teller, he fits that shy like role, but there's always that anger inside of him, which we see when he tackles Fletcher.
And at the end, gives Fletcher what he wants
Yeah,
because he did that out of spite. It might be what Fletcher wanted because it was what Fletcher wanted was the music to be perfect.
yeah, which he ended up doing
But
just out of spite. Like, I won't
yeah,
succumb to your prank. Fuck you, Fletcher,
yeah.
as he does say in the movie.
Here's a film that I personally really love. Like I watch it every now and then just for a laugh, but it's at 11% on again whatever the source is.
Yeah.
And this is a BuzzFeed website, by the way. BuzzFeed link.
Oh, not again.
51% difference. Critics think it's 11. Audience think it's 62. We've
Yeah.
got Grown Up.
Grown ups, really?
Yeah, Grown Ups is a funny,
Yeah,
enjoyable
I
film.
enjoy that. I did not expect that to be so low.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
but again, it's an enjoyable film.
Yeah,
On the list of four that we had previously discussed,
yeah,
is it a good film? Actors, check.
yeah.
Director, I don't actually know who directed Grown Ups.
I'll check that. So I'll let you just
Yep.
ramble on.
Cinematography, not really, to be fair.
Dennis Dugan, or Duggan,
No idea, never heard of him.
partnered with Adam Sandler a lot. Let's see what movies. The Grown Ups movies, Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy, Jack and Jill. Oh god, Jack and Jill. Oh, keep that away from me. Whoever thought it was a good idea to let Adam Sandler play both Jack and Jill, you're a problem. Seek help. All I have to say on that matter.
Yeah, cinematography, not really. It's got a couple cool shots, but the cinematography's quite basic.
Yeah, but
And score.
sometimes. Oh, well, I'll let you carry away with that.
And score. The score is just a couple good songs.
Yeah, but in terms of cinematography, I don't feel like it needs to be anything special if it's a grounded film like that. If it's
Yeah,
just, them being them, 'cause it's something that could happen in real life. It doesn't need to be anything spectacular. It can be like almost a handheld natural camera rather than like having a camera perfectly set up to not move, not
yeah,
like you know what I mean.
yeah, definitely.
But okay, sorry, it's just one thing I want to bring up about Whiplash because I am very in love with that movie right now. At the end, right, you know when it zooms in on their eyes and you see
Yeah,
just below, right, when constantly all you can hear is the music, you can't hear them speak. Right. Now it's either when it goes on Fletcher, you see his mouth move, but I can't tell whether it's a smile because the way he moves his mouth, it looks as if he's talking. And if you look at it like from if you cover your face, it's like really weird, and only look from your top lip up to your eyes and say the word "good job," it looks very similar to what he's saying. So what if, out of spite, he's saying "good job"? Because what does he say are the two worst words a musician can hear? Good job.
Yeah, I thought he said good job.
Yeah,
As you said, I thought there was a good job in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because all you see, like, it's probably left ambiguous, so you never know. A bit like with the ending of American Psycho. Was it all
Oh
on?
no, American Psycho, it's in his head.
Yeah, but then in the movie they leave like the paint cans, like where with all the white paint. So it's like
Yeah.
it kind of hints like, oh, what if it was real? But the woman is also a bit of a psycho because she cares more about just keeping the property value high. And it's like, and the way she says like she baits him out as if she knows what he's done. Like, oh, there was no ad in the Times, and then she backs into the shadows while like giving him that dead stare.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe she is also a bit of a psycho, but if only for financial, career gain. You
Maybe
never
that's
know.
the whole point, that
Yeah,
people go crazy for money.
yeah. Mate, I feel like with a good film, it's got to it can be interpreted differently.
Yeah.
Whether it's Fletcher smiling or saying good job, whether it was all in Bateman's head or it really happened. I thought that's a
Yeah.
very good way to end a movie.
Or Inception, if it was all a dream, if this isn't a dream, what's a dream? Dream, 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 dream.
Exactly. I'm not saying every movie should end like that, because there are some movies that should just have an ending, like, Return of the Jedi. Palpatine is dead, Vader is
Agreed.
dead, Luke is a Jedi. You know, that's the end of the Skywalker saga, haha.
Agreed.
But obviously, the Rise of Skywalker happened.
Kill that. Kill it.
The
Let it
entire
die.
sequel,
Let it
let it
die.
die, let it shrivel up and come on, who's with me? And that's why we
Yeah,
got copyright
yeah,
striked by Illumination.
don't want to get taken down. That's why I
Yeah.
stopped.
Cheers,
I, I,
Illumination. Love you guys.
yeah, I think you get like a free 5 seconds and then
Yeah.
that's it.
We're not even monetized. It doesn't matter. Um,
Yeah,
and it won't be for a very long time. But that's maybe a goal for the future. So,
definitely.
but sorry, I don't want to get started. We can get started on the sequel trilogy later, because we have got something planned. So But I will circle back. What is the best? I'll do best and favorite comic book movie.
That's a comic book movie.
Yeah. So what's your best, like in terms critically, and what's your favorite? So facts versus opinion again.
My favorite would probably have to be Endgame.
Yeah.
Film is just a walking W, It does what it says on the tin. It's a compilation of what, 22 films?
Yeah. Well, I think like 23 maybe.
I think it might be the 23rd, I'm not too sure.
Oh, wait, boy.
Basically, Marvel have made us lose count.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's obviously a lot of films, and yeah, it shows us Tony Stark's death, it shows us Steve Rogers' retirement, it ends these stories that have been going on since late 2000s, early 2010s.
Yeah. I mean, personally, although I agree that's an amazing film to have, did you say your favorite or best?
Favorite.
Okay. Well, I still need to think about what my favorite is, but I'd say in terms of being the best comic book movie, Into the Spider-Verse. Admittedly, it's
Oh,
one of my favorites. It's not my definitive favorite. It's one of it, or one of them. But in terms of comic book movie, hands down the best because it's like someone just took a comic book and put it on film.
and and it ticks right now. It going back. It ticks all four of our boxes.
Yep.
Excellent score. You can't tell me you haven't sat there, listened to Sunflower, and
Yeah.
just been like, You know,
Yeah.
keep inside those 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Or or what's up, danger, and just like felt it, just be like, yeah, I know I'm Miles Morales.
Exactly. Right. It's got amazing voice acting.
And the cinematography,
Oh,
that
beautiful.
film, the animation is beautiful. Every time I watch it, I notice something new.
Yeah. Which is like that's how you know it's a good film, where you have to rewatch it multiple times.
Yeah, when you go just to grasp the concept, just to
Yeah.
be like, oh, what that mean? Like, I'm sorry, I'm I'm sitting here in 2023 and I still don't get Tenet.
Yeah. No, I don't either. I've watched it once and gave up.
Yeah, I wa- I watched an explanation video, but that didn't do much for me.
Yeah. But one of my favourite cinematography parts, I'm not sure if I cinematographic. I don't know. One of my favourite scenes in Into the Spider-Verse is when Miles becomes Spider-Man when he leaps off of that skyscraper and then you know what I
And
mean.
everything's inverted to make it look like he's going up instead of going down.
Yeah, because A, he's
Beautiful,
rising up, and
beautiful
B,
stuff.
his actual world has flipped upside down. What he once
Yeah,
knew is now completely out of the picture because he is
he
Spider-Man for that world now.
his beloved uncle is dearly departed. He is now the sole protector of New York,
Yeah,
and well, he's got to go stop the kingpin.
yeah. And one thing that I absolutely love about that scene, which I'm sure countless people have noticed, when he leaps off of like the skyscraper, he breaks the glass to show that
Showing that
he's still holding
he
on.
isn't, yeah, he isn't quite there yet. He's ready to let go, but
Yeah,
he's still got to.
yeah. He's ready to take that leap of faith, but subconsciously he doesn't want to, or no, he doesn't want to. In fact, he's struggling to. But when he breaks free from the glass, he breaks free from his restraint. He is Spider-Man by that point.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I I like the colours of that film.
Oh,
Like
definitely. Very vibrant.
during the third act, while they're all in the reactor, and you've got the yellows popping and the reds popping.
Yeah,
It's
that beautiful.
it's a treat for my eyeballs, man.
Like I don't know, everything about the movie is just chef's kiss. Mwah.
Mwah.
Yeah. So, do you agree, like, on that being the best comic book movie,
Well,
or what's your opinion here?
I don't know what the best comic book movie is. I honestly don't. Like I've seen so many of them, practically all of them, and I can't pick the best.
Ghost Rider 2, starring Nick Cage.
Man, you tripping? You
Yeah, I
tripping?
know. I'm winding you up.
I just to be different to you, purely just to be different to you,
Ooh,
I am going to go for the Batman.
oh, that's actually a shout. Like that is up
Because
there.
the Batman, it doesn't treat itself like a comic book film.
Yeah,
It
but
doesn't
it also is at the
act.
same time. I
It
can't.
doesn't act like a superhero film. It acts
Yeah,
like a detective noir.
exactly. And that's something I love about it. I was gonna say that as my favorite comic book movie, like hands down. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's
because
just
like
an amazing
the
movie.
Riddler, the Riddler is a compelling villain.
Yeah,
Some films are only as good as their villains,
yeah, definitely.
but some films are only as good as their heroes.
I mean, have you got any examples like either?
Black Panther, the first one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
You,
Killmonger carried that
you
without
sit
a
there
doubt.
in that cinema for a moment. You agree with Killmonger, you root for
Yeah,
him, and then you snap out of it. That is what you want in a villain.
yeah, a villain.
Um,
If you can root for the villain, they've done a good job.
yeah, I'm trying to think of another.
I mean, I wouldn't say you root for him, but certainly the Joker in Dark Knight.
Or the Joker in the Joker.
Yeah. I mean, can he really be the villain of the story if he's the protagonist? Because,
Yeah, because the protagonist is just the guy that the story is written
oh yeah, but
from. Oh,
he oh,
I was about to say it. You're not allowed to say it, but the Brad Pitt Edward Norton film,
what,
you you can't say it, man.
what,
It's the
wait,
first
what,
rule.
wait, wait, what?
The first rule is that you're not allowed to say it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So if you
I
don't
just clocked. I was like, Brad Pitt, or Edward Norton. I was like, wait.
like, obviously, Brad Pitt plays the villain in that film,
Yeah.
and you like the villain in that film. You like him. You
Oh, yeah.
get him. He's trying to get you to escape the Matrix.
Yeah.
Oh, I said we weren't going to discuss it,
Oh, no.
but then at the end of the film, you're there, you're on your seat, and you're like, "Well, is Ed Norton going to do it?"
Yeah.
It's compelling.
Yeah, definitely.
But a good hero would always be, and it always is, Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, hands down.
Every Spider-Man film, whether it is one of the more lackluster ones, like the Amazing Spider-Man films,
Yeah.
you always sit there rooting for Spider-Man.
Definitely. Like, without the shout, like, who else would you root for? Like, you never really. The villains in Spider-Man movies are villains through and through. Like, maybe Vulture in Homecoming. You
Vulture.
understand why he's doing it. So, yeah, part of you may root for him. But when Peter tries to help him, he, like, refuses. Like, when he tries to fly away after crashing on the
Yeah,
beach.
yeah.
Like, Peter
And
tries
he's
to
like,
save him.
your wing's gonna explode.
Yeah. So, if, like, by that point, although it's at the end of the film, you realise, as a villain, he's too far gone. But Peter does save him, even despite that. And that's why he protects him in the post-credit scene in prison.
Yeah,
Which is something I personally love. It shows growth as a character. He's still that father character, even though it's not his son. He still looks out for a kid.
yep, definitely.
Yeah,
Could not agree more. It's just different films need different ways to compel you in. They do.
definitely.
For a film like The Batman or Black Panther, you need a strong villain and a strong hero because it's a
Yeah,
story-based film that focuses on building a world.
yeah,
But for a film like Spider-Man, you need a relatable hero
yeah.
because that is the
That's
path the story goes down.
yeah. It's the purpose of Spider-Man to be relatable, no matter what.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
And we discussed this last episode.
yeah. We did actually. Anyone can relate to Spider-Man because he's your everyday guy. Where because he's like completely masked up. There are so many different Spider-Mans, whether it's like Spider-Gwen, Miles. They represent different races, genders, everything.
Spider-Punk, Spider-Man India, Spider-Man 2099.
Exactly. Anyone can relate to Spider-Man, whether it's your Peter Parker or like Miles
Your
Morales.
Miguel hero.
Exactly. You will relate to a Spider-Man no matter what. And that's just something so amazing. Like, that a character, although, yeah, you are kind of working around it, but like, oh, they're variants, it's still Spider-Man. You've, like, he's one of the most diverse characters because anyone can be him.
Anyone.
Yeah.
Which I guess would now lead us on to our next point.
Yeah.
Some of our favourite, again, opinion,
Yeah.
films and TV shows.
So, I'm gonna say excluding comic book movies here because we've kind of already covered that.
Yeah,
So,
favourite.
yeah, favorite. Uh, I've got multiple. Like, definitely Whiplash. That's definitely a favorite for me. And you're dying, Owen. Jesus.
I know, mate. And I'm gonna be appropriate with all the coughing. I'm gonna say Breaking Bad.
Yeah. hands down. Well, that like surpasses like just it's a favorite. No, it's one of the best. Like,
Like,
admittedly, hand in my heart, I haven't finished it yet, but from
get
what I've
out, man.
seen, very good, very good.
Yeah. And again, Bryan Cranston is an actor that cares about his craft.
Exactly.
You can see him evolving Walter White, changing the character, building upon the psychotic break this guy has through all the bad stuff that he has done just to make a bit of money,
Yeah,
and how he develops into Heisenberg.
yeah. And how you are also developing Heisenberg. Now, I know it was a movie I covered earlier, or, tend to put a lot of focus on, but Whiplash is definitely one of my favourite movies.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, it's just, mwah. Like, obviously I mentioned reason earlier, compelling villain, like, a character who you kind of can relate to, even if you have no passion for music. He's just trying to do his best. He wants to leave an impact on the world. As he says,
And
he wants to be one of the greats.
you see how that impacts his relationships, where he has to break up with Melissa Benoist's character. And I mean, I'm sorry. Please break up with Melissa Benoist, man.
Yeah, that's a fair point to be fair. But it's like a film that is a perfect example of what a toxic relationship is.
Yeah.
And that's what I definitely love. And while we're talking about Miles Teller, Top Gun Maverick.
A Top Gun Maverick. Now that, my friend, that is a sequel.
Yeah, definitely. Because I've seen both, obviously. The first Top
Who
Gun,
hasn't?
yeah, the first Top Gun is good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. But Top Gun Maverick, that just blows out of the water entirely.
Oh, 100%. It
Because there
gives you
are,
the same feels as the first Top Gun, and
yeah,
yet takes its own path.
exactly. But my favourite thing about the movie is that they're very ambiguous about the villain. It's very clearly Russia. Very clearly, because the fifth generation fighters, get this, are Russian jets in real life. Right.
Aren't
So they're going to a plutonium refinery to blow up in the snowy mountains against fifth generation fighters.
they? Yeah.
What I wonder who the villain could be.
Fair enough.
But obviously they can't say that because obviously even at the time of cause I'm pretty sure it was written like 10 years ago, but obviously in production I believe it began around 2019 2020.
Yeah.
That was as like tensions between like Russia and Ukraine. Maybe that had something to do with it, or
Yeah.
but
You just
obviously they have a big audience in like a worldwide audience that they want to reach, so they couldn't exactly say Russia are the bad guys. Fuck them.
yeah. You can't afford to get political at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean it's a very political film because like the first one was very like, hey, come join the Air Force or the Navy, but
Yeah.
you know it's not meant. It's meant to make America look good and not other countries look bad because they
Yeah.
can't afford that. But it is just an amazing film because you got Miles Teller, Tom Cruise, John Hamm. Even though he's a supporting character, he does a very good job at being like the harsh, assertive admiral
One hundred percent.
who ends up agreeing with Maverick. And
Yeah.
obviously, Miles Teller and Tom Cruise like carry the movie,
Yeah.
like between
With
their relationship.
yeah, and their chemistry, even like, surprisingly, they didn't talk that much. When they did talk, they had excellent chemistry.
Exactly.
They knew what they were doing and how they were doing it.
Even when they were at odds with one another, like clearly arguing, like because obviously, my Rooster resented him. It's like he he still saw him as not a father figure because he wasn't really, from what the movie suggests, he was more like the uncle who would visit every now and then.
Yeah.
But he was like a father figure to him, which we do even see, even when they're at odds with one another.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, yes. Now, my turn.
Yep.
My turn. Good film that I like. One of my favourite films would have to be The Hitman's Bodyguard.
Oh, definitely.
Hilarious buddy cop film with Ryan Reynolds and
Samuel L.
Samuel L.
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to buy me on DVD, I'll take it.
Is it
Knives
on
Out,
Netflix?
not anymore. The second one
Oh,
is.
boo.
Knives Out, excellent film. Second one, excellent film.
I'm yet to watch the second one, so please don't spoil it.
Everyone dies.
Oh no.
I know, right? Crazy. Didn't they do that one already?
Who knows?
Try and lie to us for a whole year. Yeah, no. Nice try. Lol.
So, what is it about each of those movies, that you love? Pardon?
It just it's the directors caring about their craft. And the actors
Oh, looks like your
and the
brother's making an appearance.
yeah,
Called you a wet wipe. Oh, lovely.
he did call me a wet wipe, yes. And the actors as well, the good actors playing good characters.
Yeah. I mean, who particularly stands out to you?
Chris Evans in Knives Out does an amazing job. Daniel Craig. When Daniel Craig was doing that monologue, when Daniel Craig was doing that monologue in the first Knives Out film, that was the first day of production,
Yep.
and no one knew how he was going to play Benoit Blanc, apart from Ryan Johnson, obviously. And he had memorized that whole monologue. He goes there, he kills it, he gets everyone like entertained.
Yeah.
Chris Evans as well. He plays an excellent villain in that film because you don't know he's the villain until right at the end.
Yeah. That's something I love about that. It's like,
And
it should be obvious, but it's not.
no,
Yeah. Which is definitely something that, like, when you rewatch it, it's like something that's staring you right in the face and you don't even realise.
yeah, again, a film that makes you come back for a second time.
Exactly.
Now, films that are critically beloved.
Yeah.
Avatar,
Yeah.
not your one.
Yeah. Fuck him, Night Shyamalan.
Nah, Unbreakable.
Yeah.
If we're going on about him,
Empire Strikes Back, definitely.
Empire Strikes Back. Everyone loves
Spider-Man
Empire
2.
Strikes Back.
I've got a list of
Spider-Man
them and then
2.
we can come back to them. So you got
Yeah, cool.
Unbreakable, Empire, Spider-Man 2, Romeo and Juliet, Sherlock Gnomes, brilliant film.
You what?
It's a brilliant film. It's got James McAvoy, Johnny Depp, and Emily Blunt. Oh, no,
I'm sorry,
I think
they're
so.
critically acclaimed.
Yeah, brilliant film.
Damn.
I'm joking. I mean, it could be. Let me check. Sherlock. You carry on the list while I fact check Sherlock Gnomes. Oh no, got 27% Rotten Tomatoes. Never mind. Well,
Damn.
Johnny Depp, you know.
Uh,
The
Other
Batman.
critically
I
acclaimed
mean,
films.
that's comic books. That's kind of cheating.
Yeah. Shawshank Redemption. That's a
Yeah.
critically acclaimed film. The Batman. I know we said that we weren't really doing comic book films, but that's a critically acclaimed film.
Yeah. Difficult
Um,
on the spot. Just to think of. Critically.
Inception,
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction, Django
Yeah.
Unchained.
Alright, she's just showing off now.
Ah, I'm on a roll. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Well,
Don't
you
you
can do
worry,
it.
son. I'm getting
You
there.
can do it.
No Way Home.
Yeah. Comic book movie, but yeah.
Don't doubt the trade, man. Um, Nope. Think I've lost it.
Yeah,
Think I've lost
but
the role.
we've, got plenty there. And they're all good because they have those core values that just work so well.
Yeah, it's a formula, and it's not an exact formula. It's not like 1 ounce good actors, 2 ounce good director that cares about their craft, 5 ounces of cinematography, and 2 ounces of score. You can mess and you can vary with the thing. Like you can have a couple good shots in a film, and then you look at that whole film as good cinematography.
Yeah.
But you need a consistent director and you need consistent actors.
Oh, definitely. That goes without saying.
So you can mess around with your amounts and still get a good film.
Oh, yeah. But what if we apply that to TV shows? Because
Well,
obviously, like, they're
TV
just
shows,
elongated films, in a way.
yeah, TV shows, it's a much, much, much longer story, but in
But,
smaller bites.
yeah, and it allows for greater character arcs, or story
Let's
arcs in
look
general.
at a couple TV shows. We'll look at an animated one at first, Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty, everyone loves Rick and Morty. Everyone and their
I,
nan loves
I,
Rick
I
and
have got a
Morty.
confession. I like it. I've hands down watched until season 5, but I have been very off season 6, just because of the whole fan base has definitely put me off. It's like, I go to watch it and then it's just like, you got those sneaky little shits who are just like, oh, you need a high IQ to understand that reference. No, it's fucking Rick and Morty. They make a
Yeah,
they make a poop joke, and you don't need high IQ. You're fine. So
and
it's like, yeah,
it's all ad-libbed anyway, and that's the creators of the show.
yeah,
The creators of the show know what the show is. They know that if they take the show seriously, they'll lose us.
yeah.
So what you do? You make a joke, and you develop the story with that. Like with the you must discuss the finale of the most recent season.
I mean, how recent was it? Because I haven't seen it, so
Last year, but that don't mean much. We're 5 days in.
yeah. It normally like it's a 1 to 2 month spoiler ban.
Uh, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I'll leave
Yeah.
it.
I mean, I could actually put effort into editing this, and put like, oh, skip to blah blah to to skip the spoiler. But I can't be bothered. We're a podcast at the end of the day, and if this gets uploaded to Spotify at any point, you won't be able to know that. And I'm not gonna voice over my own podcast like, hi, you need to skip to uh, hour number 9 at 47 minutes and 12 seconds. Thank you.
Yeah,
Like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't care enough. I do this for fun.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So the creators know what the show is, and by that extension, the actors, because obviously Justin Roiland, the
Yeah.
creator, also plays Morty and most other
Rick.
characters.
Wait, don't think you voice Rick as well?
Don't know who plays Rick.
I'm pretty sure it's him. Because, like,
He does.
Yeah,
He does.
he's
He does
switching
play
on and
Rick
off
as
between the
well.
voice.
Yeah, yeah. He plays both characters. Yeah, exactly. He plays both characters.
Yeah. And one of my favourite things, like he said in the interview, is that when he does play Rick, he is actually drunk. Or, like,
Yeah,
at least in the early seasons. Because he said, oh, I bought the cheapest, like, booze I could find. Drunk, that's all the burps for real. Everything I
yeah.
said, like, if any of it was improvised, it was improvised as hell, because I was drunk. It's like, that's what I like. But I feel like the show, even now, it's become a bit too, like, I don't know. The show's definitely changed, and that's why I've kind of lost interest.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel
But
the same to me.
at the end of the day, I quite like the change. Again, it's an opinion. I quite
Exactly.
like the change. How it's gone over the time and it's curved into something new, something different.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I'll
And
definitely watch it, but just not
a
now.
show, uh, the live action show that I'm thinking of, a show that has remained consistent throughout all 5 of its seasons with a strong story, strong cinematography. Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Not to spoil it for you, Adam, because I know you're
Okay,
lacking.
it's like a 10-year-old show at this point. it can't be spoiled. I know everything that happens already.
All right, very well then. You start off meeting a Walter White that literally looks like Ned Flanders.
Yeah,
A humble man that's a science teacher that is also working a second job because family needs money. Oh no, he's got cancer. Why him? He's a good person.
yeah,
And the story progresses, and you see how it changes. Walt trying to build this empire of methamphetamine, yada yada yada, until the final episode where morality catches up with him, and he realizes what he needs to do. He needs to kill these Nazis,
yeah,
and in doing so, in ending the blue meth trade, he kills himself.
yeah. What a guy. Absolute champ.
For real.
So yeah, Breaking Bad is like a perfect example of both a good show in terms of enjoyability and opinion, and an amazing show critically.
Yeah,
Because, I feel like a very small number of people actually dislike it.
yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. If you dislike Breaking Bad, what are your life choices, man?
Yeah. But I've got a show in mind that it's not something I enjoy, but I know it's something you'll definitely disagree with. Also has, I will say, 4 or 5 seasons. Um,
Oh no.
Stranger Things.
Ah, I
Now,
knew you were going to say
yeah,
that.
personally, I'm on the fence with it because I know we will probably both get absolutely flamed in the comments.
Oh, we're cancelled.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Like if it's put on, I'll be like, okay, might as well. But I've been stuck on halfway through season 2 since September.
I couldn't get past the first episode.
Yeah, it's a show where it should appeal to me. It should appeal to both of us. It's the type of thing we'd watch.
In a way, it does appeal to me. I'll be honest. In a way, it does.
Oh yeah,
Clearly not in a way that matters.
yeah. Like I'll watch it if I've got nothing else to watch. But I have. I've got Lucifer to finish. I've got Clone Wars
Breaking
to
Bad,
finish. Breaking
The
Bad,
Boys.
The Boys, Better Call Saul. I've got a lot on my plate. It's not on the top of my list. In fact, it's nowhere near the top. Sorry, James. He actually, I'm now realising we're not going to get flamed in the comments because we don't have a big enough audience. James will flame us in the comments.
And then he'll text us both directly.
Yeah. No, just put in the group chat. What the fuck were you saying?
Change shit. Podcast
Yeah.
bitch.
This is like where he just completely cuts us out of his life. We're openly like expressing our dislike towards the show.
You know what, James? I'm going to call you out. I'm going to call you out in front of
Ooh.
our 12 subscribers. No, 9 subscribers,
Wish it was
12
12.
likes, and 100 views.
107.
107 views. You come on next episode and you defend. You
Ooh.
defend your points.
Oh, this is like worse than KSI calling out Logan Paul.
And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. The
Yeah.
platform's here when you want it.
Yeah. We will set up a bonus episode where it can be recorded anytime because it is a bit hard. It's like annoying enough to schedule with myself and Owen, hence the late upload. But
Oh,
with 3 of us, and with one of us being very busy, being James, it won't be something where we can guarantee it'll be next episode. So we'll probably like make a plan for it. And
or
we'll
even
just
if
record it whenever.
it says no. Do you know what? Go follow us on Instagram. We'll put our Instagram in the description, and we'll post on our Instagram story if James will be joining us for an episode whenever it gets released. TBD,
Yep.
man, TBD.
Yeah, but we will plan one out. Hopefully it'll be episode 3, because I've kind of decided just now that it's a bit pointless having my coursework in episode 0, because it is episode 1. This is episode 2, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So, James, the floor is yours.
Please, come.
Come. James, come.
So, let's continue discussing. I can't
The
wait
show.
about to say this. Stranger Things.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I found it again, gotta be flamed by Mr. James. I found it a
Oh,
bit
forget
slow.
about him.
I found it a bit slow in places, which is why I struggled. Like the first season, I got through quite easily, but as soon as I started the second, it was like, okay, I can't really be bothered because I don't know, the acting of the children isn't great, which obviously, yeah, they are children, got to be a bit more understanding.
Yeah,
But nowadays you do get very good child actors, so it's like a bit hit or miss really.
yeah.
I don't know, it's just something about the show. I mean, the fan base does not help it at all. The amount
Ugh.
of Eddie Munson shit I've seen, it's like, yeah,
Crispy, wake up!
oh, please don't. This,
Children.
I mean, this
Children.
is going up on the internet. Now that's immortalized.
Hashtag cancelled.
Yeah, well, no, it's not cancelled. That will be used against you. But I don't know. The fan base itself is just very. It's the bad part of all the
Cringe.
nerds. Like I'm not, obviously, I'm going. We've been using him a lot as an example, but James, he is, you know, a regular guy and a member of the fan base. But
Yeah.
when I say the Stranger Things fan base, I'm talking about the people who go on TikTok, dress up as like Eddie Munson, and like, oh my god, people say I look like him. Well, yeah, you're fucking cosplaying, and then do like the devil horn things with their fingers. So, rah. That is just
Um,
eh. that just
yeah.
puts me off the show even more because it's like, if I end up liking this, I'm part of their fan base. I'm one of them monsters.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, but then some people enjoy it, and that's perfectly fine because it is a critically good show. Because from what I have watched, it's got decent writing, the acting, especially of like David Harbour and Winona Ryder, they carried the first season, if you ask me, like without a shadow of a doubt. Like I found them very compelling characters, like the struggle that Winona Ryder went through, and being losing her son. That was something that I was like, oh yeah, that's believable. But
Yeah.
yeah, the soundtrack, obviously you got like 18 hits. That's very good. And oh, that's actually something. When people refer to like any song from Stranger Things, whether it's like the more recent ones, Run Up the Hill and Master of Puppets, and oh, do you like that because of Stranger Things? Or oh, that's a Stranger Things song. Get out. Like I'm sorry, get out.
I I'm a massive rock guy, and
Yeah,
I think that Stranger Things has killed Master of Puppets.
I wouldn't say the show killed it. It was the oversaturation of fans being like, oh, that's the Eddie Munson song. Like, it's the equivalent of. I'm pretty sure I've told you a story before. Back in the far, far distant past, when I actually used to go to the gym at the ripe old age of 12 to, I think, 13. I was at the gym, and I believe this was like around the time Thanos was introducing Fortnite, and the gym, the gym TV were just like playing movie trailers, or I'm pretty sure it's just movie trailers, which is a bit weird. And then it showed Thanos. I heard a kid say, "Look, it's the guy from Fortnite," and he was younger than I
Oh,
was.
oh,
And I, I like personally, I like to call it the Fortnite effect, where something gains so much popularity from Fortnite that its original source material is neglected, such as oh, Thanos from Fortnite.
yeah,
So
yeah,
when Master of Puppets becomes the Eddie Munson song, or just in general the Stranger Things song, or that's when neglecting the original, I don't
yeah.
know, it gets out of hand.
It. I get that, in a way. I my music taste, to be completely honest, is based off of the fact my parents loved the 80s
Yeah, mine too.
and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
Those films, those two films, put me in a place as far as those soundtracks are concerned. I used to just listen to those soundtracks on repeat.
yeah, you found your musical identity
Yeah,
through.
but I didn't go, oh, that song's from Guardians of the Galaxy. I grew. and I began to appreciate them
Yeah,
for what they are. I just found them through the film. And according to Stranger Things fandom, it takes a special kind of person to do that. Don't want to blow my own trumpet too hard, but there we go.
yeah. Like I feel like when it's like if it's written for the movie or show, such as Danger Zone for uh
Top Gun.
yeah, Top Gun,
What's
and
Up Danger slash Sunflower for
yeah,
Into the Spider-Verse.
Footloose for Footloose.
Goodness.
I'm now realizing the two I've named are both by Kenny Loggins. That's fine, he's wonderful. If it's written for the movie and you say, oh, that's a song from blah blah, that's perfectly fine. There is no Fortnite effect. But
Yeah,
when it's like it's been brought in, like if I were to say Ain't No Mountain is the Guardians of the Galaxy song, that's where it's like, yeah, but it isn't.
or Back in Black, it's the Iron Man song.
Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with like I'm not saying you should be a massive dickhead and be like gatekeeping almost like, oh, you didn't listen to it before it was popular, you can't listen to it. No, because that's just being a dickhead. If you like run up the hill because of Stranger Things, that's fine. Just
It's how you
know,
got introduced to it.
yeah, just know that it isn't the Stranger Things song.
It's
You
its
know?
own song with its own artist
Yeah,
who,
Kate Bush did a lovely job of that song,
yeah, yeah.
but I feel like when you disassociate it from the original artist or anything really, the origin, that's when it gets a
Yeah.
bit on the ropes for me, like especially because like I don't know, it's just
Do you
something
know,
about it.
we're sitting here comparing Stranger Things to Fortnite through, like, this, as you call it, Fortnite effect. But it's spawned a realization in my head. Both Fortnite and Stranger Things, at times, have a very similar fan base.
Yeah, definitely.
So maybe it's less the Fortnite effect or the Stranger Things effect or this or that. Maybe it's just society, how
Yeah,
it is.
I mean I just call it the Fortnite effect because Thanos from Fortnite, but each have my
Oh
name
my
for it.
god, it's Goku from Fortnite.
Yeah, when it's something like I don't know, I will ramble on. Well,
Yeah.
what shows are good, Owen? Or we've been rambling on about Stranger Things for too long,
Well,
and probably
uh,
upsetting James.
Stranger, not Stranger Things, Breaking Bad, The
Yeah,
Boys, Rick and Morty,
yeah.
Lucifer,
And I know you refuse to watch it, which I don't know why. But Avatar: Last Airbender, it's
The
got
Mandalorian.
yeah. Sorry, I was going to talk about Avatar quickly. It's got a
Yep.
perfect score for a reason. I know you don't want to watch it, which okay, it would be nice if you did because we can talk. I really want to talk about it with you especially.
Yep.
But it's perfect for a reason in terms of rating. It's got amazing character arts, brilliant score, brilliant cinematography, or art style, I guess. Art, I don't know. It's not really filming, but it's perfect for a reason in terms of like rating. And
Yeah.
I'm sure there might be a person or two in the comments, but yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, that's I'd say it's a very safe place to wrap up now because we've
Yeah.
discussed fact versus opinion,
Yeah. And
and
you've gone on about Avatar last. Lucky you.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
I would like
yeah,
I would like to say a thank you to everyone for listening.
yeah, definitely.
So, thank you.
I wish you all a very good day, and I hope you enjoyed the different style we've gone for today because it doesn't have to be,
Please
yeah, I
let
don't,
us know.
yeah.
Let us know.
If there's anything you want us to do differently, and James, if you comment, I want you to watch Stranger Things. No, I'm not doing that. Not now.
Leave me alone.
uh,
And I would like to apologise on the interruption on my behalf.
fine, comedy. I'll be able to clip it and then put it on YouTube Shorts or TikTok. Grow the fan base.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say thank you to everyone. You know, from one video we've done pretty well, 107 views, 9 subscribers. You know, that
Yeah,
not too bad. So, yeah, I wish you all a good day. Don't forget, like and subscribe, guys. Um,
of course.
we will be more active on Instagram because, we'll probably say when the next episode's coming. You may
Yeah,
have seen one if you follow us on Instagram being like, hey, episode 2 coming out next week or whenever I decide to edit it.
yeah.
But, yeah, hope you all have a lovely day and goodbye from me. And,
And goodbye from me.
yeah, thanks for watching.